Hey Gemini, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if it's not fantastic yet, I do hope it gets better. I've already pre-shuffled my cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I do want to remind you not all readings will resonate with everyone. So if this doesn't sound like it's for you, I'm sorry, and I do hope that you find the help that you need. Thank you for visiting my channel today. I do appreciate all the help and support. All right. What can I get for Gemini for the week ahead? What can I get for Gemini? Why is Gemini joining me today? Okay. So I did get the Wheel of Fortune as the energy for this reading. This is all about fate, destiny, or a change of course, even. So we do have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the Knight of Swords typically is a very fast-moving knight. He's very forceful and determined. He's very brave. He's also educated. I feel like, though, in reverse, this isn't something or someone that's happening to be going very fast. If it's a situation, it's very slow moving. If, it might even be going backwards. The Knight of Swords is usually, it's somebody who's very intelligent, who is, very, very smart, and that they're planning. They make head over heart decisions. So it's a lot of planning, a lot of communication, a lot of being up in their head, making the head over heart decisions. I want to say that this person, I want to say that they're unsure. They might be having an issue with their ego right now, where they're feeling very unsure about themselves, where they're very their self-esteem has dropped, I want to say. We did get the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is actually about sudden movement or change or news or clarity of some kind. We did get the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about betrayal or heartbreak. This is some kind of emotional turmoil. It could indicate lies. For whatever reason, though, it was something that was very emotional, in a bad way, in a cutting way. And then we do have the World. The World talks about completion of a cycle, or completion in order to achieve that wholeness or that harmony, or contentment or joy. I want to say this is a change of course. Do I need any other cards from the Rider deck at this time? Cool. Okay. Moving on. So this is the first week I've started using a new deck of cards. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. I will be putting that below. So just because this deck is new to me, it takes a little bit longer, but I am doing it as my first set of clarifiers, just so that I get them in, and then I can speed through with the Wild Unknown Tarot if I have to. All right. Let's see. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords, please, for Gemini? Okay. Oh, boy. I want to say this is... The reading is mostly about the Knight of Swords. It is an air sign, so it very well could be you, especially if you're having that feeling where you're just not feeling like yourself. We do have here the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is all about the luxury, earning the rewards for all your hard work, having that that ability to, do what you want and be yourself and be confident in yourself and your abilities. So, where to start? Um, Gosh, there's so much here. Okay, I am going to start with this card. Oh, we do have the sun. Okay, so it did fall on the Three of Swords and the World, and a little bit on the Eight of Wands. So the sun is all about enlightenment, clarity, joy, healing, abundance, prosperity. I do want to say, just having that it fell on the Three of Swords, I do want to say this is more about healing as well as clarity. I feel like, it's more like an epiphany and the beginning of a healing process. Say these next. So we did get the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about taking that time out to heal yourself. This is, looking within, taking that rest, or solitude, just like a timeout for yourself where you mentally prepare and establish, your plan or how you're going to move forward with something. This is just like taking that time out to make sure that your head is in the right place, that you're focused. Okay? Then we did also get the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about, balance. Um, it can indicate juggling, but that's not what I'm getting for you. I'm actually just getting more like something that needs to happen in order to achieve balance. There is a fine line, like a wire that you're standing on right now, where you're trying to, I don't feel like this is more like a decision, but just more like your mental state. I want to say it's your mental state right now, where you're trying to be optimistic and everything, but at the same time, you're having a really hard time just staying with that optimism. It's like um, you're having a battle of the mind. I want to say between you and your shadow self, where it's very difficult for you right now to be yourself. I feel like normally you're very, I don't know, I guess I want to say very insightful, very perceptive, very analytical, um, but you're doubting yourself. There's a lot of self-doubt here. Like you've lost your confidence. This one. They get the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is, our emotional queen. She is very insightful. She is a bit psychic. She can be a healer. Um, somebody she's very tranquil, very, very gentle. Like, so she's the kind of person that if you come to her with your problems, if you just tell her your problem, she's going to be the one who will listen and who will hear you out and who will, have um, that heart-based advice. She's very loving, very caring. To get the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords indicates that there is some kind of deceit here, deceitfulness. Somebody might be trying to be sneaky. There could be lies or secrets. Somebody could be avoiding a situation or, attempting to do so. In this card, though, I also get a feeling of being trapped. This I want to say it's a swan. uh, seems to be out of place. It's just out of place here, and it's trapped in a circumstance that is undesirable. I feel like it's really looking at this sword, which could indicate it's like the light behind it makes me feel like that this is this is like the Ace of Swords. This is our sword of truth here that we're staring at. Really wanting to know the truth about a situation, but feeling like, with the circumstances, we're just trapped. We're not really getting very far with that. What is this? The Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is this is all about not really being hopeful, having that stagnation. It could be ill health, but when I get it in this card, I feel like she's taking this cup, this one specific cup, and she's swimming deeper with it. There are all these cups here available, but she's choosing just this specific one to take deeper. I feel like this, whatever this emotion is, we're just getting deeper and deeper into it. So it could be, being that this is the Eight of Cups, it could be not a good feeling that we're going with, but whatever it is, we're taking it and we're moving it forward. So it could indicate maybe this, it's the Seven of Swords, sneakiness that you're dealing with, that you're potentially like this trapped feeling, or this feeling like there's nothing you can do about a situation. But I do feel like that whatever it is, I feel like it is a negative energy in this case, and that you're taking it further than you ought to be. You're letting it get the better of you, I want to say. Or whoever this, not necessarily you, but whoever this reading is for. We did get the Death card, so this is optimistic. Death, it does mean ending, like it's an ending or closure to a situation. This I always get transformation. So we do have here, you can see that this is a phoenix. But this is also this woman transforming into this phoenix. Death is all about transformation for me, because with an ending, you do have to have a new beginning, which is great. I do love to see that for you. And then we did get the Knight of Cups, which is fabulous. So the Knight of Cups is, he is I don't want to specifically say if he's fast or slow. Take it however the picture is for you, if you think he's going fast or slow. But anyways, this knight, it could be somebody who's coming in with an invitation of love, or it could be, the arrival of love. This, to me, could be indicating that you're going from a not so confident Knight of Swords, transforming into a more confident Knight of Cups who is willing to share their emotions. The Knight of Swords is all about being in his head. He makes head over heart decisions, whereas the Knight of Cups is more, introspective. He's more into discussing his feelings. Like, he's more capable of discussing his feelings. The Knight of Swords doesn't want to share his feelings at all. He likes to keep that to himself, because maybe, I don't know, maybe he sees that it's not manly to share his feelings. However, in this case, I feel like, you are now becoming more willing to talk about whatever has been keeping you down, or however you feel about a situation. I do feel like the situation is in regards to the Queen of Cups. I do want to say that the Queen of Cups is a person, and that these feelings that we're having are in regards to this person, just because of how I wanted to set the cards up, how I wanted to work through the cards over here. And then our final card in regards to the Knight of Swords is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about, listening to her intuition, following her intuition, her own knowledge. She's all about the hidden. Sorry, she's all about the hidden and the mystery. She has this, psychic wisdom about her, that makes her very wise. I want to say you're following your intuition on this. or you've just decided that you're going to start listening to your intuition. Maybe before you were trying to be all logical, but then you got into this phase where, it really wasn't in your best interest to be so logical anymore, because it's not getting you where you need to be. And now you're like, okay, well, that wasn't working for me. Let's try this instead, which I do love that, because I don't like to see you in this stagnant energy. Can we clarify the Eight of Wands, please, for Gemini? Okay. With the Devil energy. Okay, so the Devil is just any type of negative energy. It could be some kind of addiction or, materialism, dependency or codependency, things like that. We do have here the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is, she is a very vibrant, attractive, honorable queen. She is an overcomer. She is very creative, and she is passionate about, you know, the art of creation and creating things. Could be a fire sign. I'm just compelled to say that today. Then we do have Justice here. So justice is all about that divine balance and achieving that balance. It could indicate, decisions have to be made, or it could be just karmic balance. In this case, I want to say that there's some kind of news or clarity that's coming in regarding somebody who has the Queen of Wands qualities. The Queen of Wands is somebody who will protect her family, too. She is able to defend the things that she cares about. But I do want to say that there's this news coming in about her and about justice, something that you would perceive to be fair, or at least she would think that it was fair. But it is regarding some kind of negative energy. Could be that it was bad news. It could indicate that there was bad news that came in about her, or that the justice you didn't seem was fair, or there was a negative situation with her, and now that is coming to a close. Let's see. Can we clarify the Three of Swords? Do we need to clarify the Three of Swords? I feel like they want... Okay. Five of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Swords is actually... it's about, that dishonorable loss, or dishonorable victory, even. In the Wild Unknown Tarot, I get self-destruction or self-sabotage. In this deck, though, I feel like this, this guy is prepared for battle. He's going into battle. He's got, even, helpers. I don't want to say people because in the card they're not people, but in your situation they very well could be. But it could be, even just spirits. There's assistance here. He's going into battle and he's not going alone. It does have the energy of the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is, a dreamer, somebody who's emotional. They will reflect on love. It could be a message of love, even. Which in that case, this would be, somebody coming in. It could be somebody coming in after this heartbreak situation, with this, they're prepared for battle. It could be that the heartbreak hasn't happened yet and that they are, aware that it's going to happen. Or I feel, though, it's more like the heartbreak has already happened, but they're preparing to go back in. Do we need to clarify the World? we clarify the world, please? Okay, so Three of Cups energy, which would be, I'm getting reunion on this one, but it could also be just a celebration or fun with friends. These are people who genuinely care about you. You know, they have unconditional love for you. They're not going to judge you. This is like a true friendship. And I did get the Page of Cups here again. So the Page of Cups I just said, it could be this message of love or a reflection on love even. It could just be somebody who's like, this love situation that I had before, or the love situation that's going on now, whatever. Something about that. With the Three of Cups, I would say, that um, there is love here, or that it would be unconditional, or wanting that unconditional love. The world, I feel like that there was a completion to this. It could just be that the heartbreak situation is over. Or it could be that somebody has decided that they're going to come in and talk about it. Let's talk about our feelings now. I'm ready to talk about my feelings. Let's do this. To further clarify a couple of cards, I am going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot. It should not take too long. I'll do it real quick. I do want to remind you, though, if you see like females or males specifically, they don't have to be females or males, whatever the cards are, in your actual life story. This is a general reading. I do want to get clarification on justice. Can we clarify justice, please? Interesting. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles as the energy, I feel like this is a project that we're working on, and we're working on it with, detail. Interesting. Okay, we did get the Six of Wands as a clarifier for justice, but it landed on the Page of Cups, which is really interesting to me. This to me says, okay, this is my coming up out of the crap card. This is leaving all the negativity behind. This is, rising up against the odds. This is having that victory or success or self-confidence after a period where things were just difficult. And I do really feel like you are gaining that self-confidence now. And I do feel like that it is pertaining to the Page of Cups. I do want to say that, yeah, you're feeling ready to come in with this cup. I feel like you've been working on it, and you're really ready to come in and to discuss things, at least, or to deliver this cup. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please? Super. Okay. So with the Four of Cups as the energy for this is this is that feeling of longing for more. It could be greed or some kind of discontentment, but definitely a longing for more. We did get the Hermit, which fell on top of the Six of Wands. I do feel like I want to leave it there on its side, like it did fall. But the Hermit is about taking that time out to go within, seeking that solitude, to meditate, to become self-aware, to get that personal wisdom, that inner wisdom about, how you feel about things, what you feel, what you think, like developing your own ideas and opinions, and developing your I want to say your feelings, like the words to describe what you're feeling. We did get the Three of Swords again. I already went through that, that emotional entanglement. Then we did get the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. We already have her on on our table, so I won't really get into her too much. Um, we also did get death again, so that transformation. I want to say that we're preparing for that confrontation with the Queen of Wands. So our Knight of Swords person um, is preparing, mentally preparing for that confrontation. We want to transform this. So there was a heartbreak situation with the Queen of Wands. We're trying to transform it. We really want to come in and talk about our feelings. We're longing. I feel like we're longing for resolution. Do we need to clarify the Page of Cups? No, we're good on that? Okay. All right, so this is ultimately what I'm getting. Currently, I want to say the main character of our story is the Knight of Cups, who is transforming into, I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords in reverse. A very, like, self-conscious, down, just a very hurt, let's say hurt, Knight of Swords, who is transforming into the Knight of Cups. He wants to come in. Something has gone down that has really broken his heart, and it is in regards to the Mother of Wands, or the Queen of Wands, who I also feel like is the Queen of Cups. She may have, she may be a water sign or a fire sign, but whatever her sign is, whoever those, that person is, in regards to her, our knight's heart was broken. So they've recently gotten to this point where they've decided that what they've been doing isn't working out. They need to change their strategy on this situation. And they've really gone within just to get that, I want to say that will, the willingness to come forward. I want to say the confidence even to come forward. And now they're feeling pretty prepared. They're feeling ready for battle. They're ready to do this confrontation. They really want to come in and just, talk about their feelings now, which I feel like is something that they never wanted to do before. So this is a really major step for this person. But I think, this is all for that this is all for that justice. That we need justice in this situation. I don't feel like everything went down the way that it should have. And I think this person is realizing that, things could have been different. Things should have been different. But here we are, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and it's not getting us anywhere. So let's just talk about it. Let's just see if, we might not get back together. If this is a relationship, we might not get back together, but at least we can clear the air, right? And set things straight for the record. All right, can I get some advice? Okay, so I did get the devil as the energy. Sorry, I know it took me a minute. I'm just trying to gather the strength to discuss this. Okay, no. That is what our knight is going through right now, though. This is the devil energy. This is the negativity. I feel like this is what's holding you back. Just that, like, this negativity, again, it could be something like an addiction or a materialism or, dependency, codependency, anything like that, any type of negative energy. It could just be your negative self-talk, but whatever is holding you back, this is a real burden. I do have here the Four of Cups, which talks about that longing for more. It's okay to want more. All right, you are perfectly allowed to want more in whatever situation. So if it's that if you wanna talk more, if you wanna discuss things, if you wanna get your feelings out in the open, that is perfectly fine. Okay, and then we did get the Ace of Pentacles, which the Ace of Pentacles is, this is the seed that sprouts the stable tree. This is the prosperous new beginning. I do feel like that however this situation goes, it is going to be for ultimately for the best, or for, you know, it's going to be good. So if you are the knight and you're coming in trying to, like, let's say this was a breakup, and you're trying to win over the queen, you're coming in and you're telling her, you know, if you still care about her and you're telling her about this and that things didn't, that you know that things didn't go down the way that they should have, and that you've changed or that whatever has happened, and you're trying to make amends, then that's great. You should be doing that, because even if she decides I don't want you back, or I'm not ready for this, or for whatever reason, just you coming in to discuss things is ultimately going to be for the best, because this is going to, I mean, this is a very positive card. So even if she doesn't want to get back together, then you still have that positivity now, where there once was the negativity, where you had, like, let's say a bad breakup. Now at least you guys can, you know, be friends. Now you can see eye to eye on the situation, whereas maybe before you didn't understand each other's side of the story. Now that you know, you can see how each other feel about how each other feels about the situation, and that, you know, ultimately knowledge is power. Now that you have that insight, you'll be able to say, oh, you know, I realize now that really hurts you, and I'm sorry that that happened, and, you know, we can still be friends. We can, you know, talk about stuff, um, or whatever you need to talk about. If you need a friend sometimes, then I can be there for you. If you need somebody to hear you out, I can be that person. So ultimately a very good reading. I do feel like I have this sense of incompletion right now. Let me see. Can I get, what else? What am I missing? Okay, so the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups is all about being able to judge right from wrong. It could be about temptation or illusions, something like that. Okay, interesting. So, something is missing from this situation. All right, I don't know whose side this is on, but there is something missing from the situation. We do have here the Four of Swords, which we did already get earlier, on the Knight of Swords side. This is that, you know, taking that time out to develop that, to mentally prepare. Let's just make it short, mentally prepare. This is the Sun card, which we already did get on our spread again, which is that enlightenment and clarity. It could also be healing. And then we did get the Nine of Swords, which the Nine of Swords is all about worries, insomnia, fear, depression, guilt. These are really negative feelings. And then we did get my Sneaky Fox card, the Seven of Swords, which is all about lies and deceit. I feel like somebody was keeping something hidden, something very negative. It could be that, interesting. So we did already get this card as well, all under the Knight of Swords, and I already know that the Knight of Swords has this negative energy going on. So this is what I want to say. I want to say that the Knight of Swords needs to mentally prepare about some truth or some clarity that he's going to be bringing to the table about some negative stuff that went down, and how he has been lying about it. Yeah. Okay, so if you resonate with the Knight of Swords who's becoming the Knight of Cups, um, I really want you to, okay, take a time out and let's think about how you can say this without being hurtful, but just knowing like that you need to tell the truth also. You need to be completely 100% honest about whatever it is that you're saying, knowing that, you know, that honesty is going to help the situation. All right? Because if I feel like what the problem has been is that I want to say the Knight of Swords person has been the kind of person who has been kind of a, I want to say a liar, but not like, not, I want to say, okay, sharing just enough information can be seen as lying because you're hiding something. If you're only sharing bits and pieces of a story and you're not telling the full story, then you're hiding something. And if you are dealing with someone who is the Mother of Cups, she's going to see right through that. She's going to know, okay, I don't know the situation, but I know that you're hiding something and you just hiding that whatever it is. It could be something minuscule. She's going to know that you're hiding something. You're not telling the full truth. So even if it's ugly, you need to bring it to the table and you need to let her know, because I feel like that's actually going to bring your friendship together. I feel like that information, you sharing that insight, you sharing, you know, how things were and your feelings regarding the situation, I feel like is going to actually bring you guys closer together. Even if you don't come, like, even if you don't get back together as a couple, it'll bring you closer in your, you know, friend relationship or whatever. And who knows what the future will bring. Maybe that in turn will turn back into a romantic relationship. I can't say, but you do need to tell the honest truth and bring it to the table. And I'm like getting all emotional right now, like tearing up, even if it is something that's going to be hurtful, even if it is going to shed some negative light on you. I really want you to think about it. I really want you to think about it because I do feel like just getting that out, just being honest with whatever it was, it's gonna actually, you know, open up a whole new world for you. Like, you know, honesty is like, if you are open and honest now, then you can just be open and honest about everything. You don't have to worry about, you know, keeping track of all the lies that you've told anymore. It's very freeing just to be honest, okay? So I do want you to try your best. Try your best to do that, okay? I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. All right, if you enjoyed my reading, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you'd like to see more. Click the bell if you want to know when my next reading comes out. I do post weekly readings, but they're not in any specific order. They're in the order that I'm guided to do them in, and sometimes you'll get like two. So who knows? Depending on how this is going down for you, you might get another one later this week. All right? Um, yeah, click the bell and you'll know. All right? I hope to feel your presence again soon. Bye.